Ali, this is a fill-in issue of Extra Factors. This is issue 55, and it has a cover by Michael L. Boy. Good thing about this fill-in issue is that it slots in with the regular ongoing storyline in Extra Factors really cleanly. You didn't have to worry about Wingman's current problems or what Cyclist is up to. And part of that is because we are mostly focusing on Smurf and his ex-girlfriend who always gets poisoned. This is also written by David Peter, who in 15 issues' time will take over writing the book. So it doesn't feel like a totally unnoteworthy fill-in issue. In fact, I'm not sure if this is still the case, but about 10 years ago, this remained the final appearance of Smurf's ex-girlfriend who always gets poisoned. This was basically a goodbye. Smurf, he bumps into her working the street as a prosy. She is a hooker now. The sweet little Liberian girl whose main vice was being poisoned. Well, she has become a full-on gigolette. And no disrespect intended to her, but it is the blonde one down here I would rather spend an hour with. If the prices were fair and I had reassurance that she didn't have any diseases or leakage. And despite it being a fill-in issue, and despite the Smurf-centric nature, it does catch you up on some of the other characters, and it doesn't interrupt or break up the flow of the stuff that was ongoing in the book before or after this. Here we have Snowman, and he is on a date with his Asian girlfriend, who apparently was just a beard. And we have some references to recent events. The current thing is that Wingman has gone missing. He was savaged in a fight with Saberclaw. And Snowman and the rest of the Excellent Men, they are concerned with searching for Wingman. I respect fill-in issues where either the writer makes the effort to tie it in and make it work with the ongoing stuff in the book, or the writer tells a story that is not intended as a one-off waste of time. And this feels like both. This could just as easily have been an issue done by Lewis Simons as a downtime one for in the middle of a Wingman joins a golf club story. So Smurf's ex-girlfriend, she had fallen into disuse by this point. She was his Silver Age love interest, but she quickly got left behind. She cropped up a few times in stories after the 60s, where she mostly got poisoned, and then Smurf had to save her. Like in that Defender story with the Resurrection Stone, which I have reviewed, and if I were a better YouTuber, I would link to it somewhere so you can go and watch them videos after this. But she hadn't appeared for a while by this point, and she had definitely been replaced with the newer love interest that Lewis Simons introduced in this series. And I think it says a lot that the last time I cared about Excellent Men, it was still the case that outside of flashbacks, this story from 1990 was her most recent appearance. What's happening here is that Smurf bumps into her again the day after, and both times she has acted like she doesn't recognise him. And when I was rereading this for this review, I accidentally missed this page. I skipped it by mistake when I turned the page, and it didn't really change or alter the story in any way. We did start to see some other things at play. Someone tried to run Smurf over at the start. On the page that I missed, someone tried to blow him up. And here he gets attacked by a monster in a hot dog cart. And the cover has already given away what is going on here. And the action, Smurf chasing after his ex-girlfriend who claims not to know who he is and wants him to leave her alone. Nowadays, this issue would be very problematic. The girl has clearly said that she is not interested, and Smurf is chasing her around New York. And we already know that the person responsible for all of this, it is stage hypnotist Mesmerino, and it is another character that, like Smurf's ex-girlfriend, hadn't gotten much traction for a long time. I think the last time Mesmerino did anything major was in early Christopher Clairvoyant issues in the late 70s. Anyway, he has done all this. He hypnotised Smurf's ex-girlfriend to get a Smurf and get revenge. And the action itself is the least compelling stuff in the issue. And Mesmerino doesn't really get any comeuppance. Entertainingly, though, it is not explicitly confirmed that Smurf's ex-girlfriend is not a prostitute. It is implied that all of that was Mesmerino messing with Smurf, but she actually doesn't say, "No, I am not a cheap call girl," and that is funny to me. They do get apart on good terms. It is a nice farewell to the no longer necessary character. The two have both grown out of their relationship after years apart. They have matured. They have moved on. We end with a tease that goes nowhere, where we see another baddie, Infectia. She was responsible for Mesmerino's campaign, but it is never ever picked up on, and Infectia dies in her next appearance. As someone who really hates pointless fill-in stories and inventory stuff, I think this is in the category of better than the majority of them. It's still not an essential must-read story, but it is in the higher echelon of fill-in issues. It does summit with one of the book's characters and their history. It ties in neatly with the ongoing stories in the series. And it feels like a flourish instead of a detour. In my opinion, this is a 7 thumbs up.